BaconBit. You okay?
I am okay. I'm fine. Thank you.
BaconBit. Hey everyone, welcome to the BaconBit. Today we are talking about something very special that we teased on Facebook just a few days ago.
Is it that special? Is it?
It's unique. I'm not going to say it's special because that gives it too much value.
It really does.
But it's something that
really
we were compelled.
I feel like
to
you
do.
overshot it by like 80% with really special.
Well, the funny thing about it is so we're going to be discussing today the Nightmare Burger from Burger King.
And the black cherry slushie.
The scary black cherry slushie.
Yes.
And it's just funny because it's we got called out on it pretty early. This article came out and we had like people saying to us, hey, is Bacon Cell going to be trying this? Or I know where Bacon Cell is going to be. And so they knew that this was something that was going to appeal to us.
Are we that predictable?
Well, we just did a Burger King show where we ate everything on the Burger King menu.
Haven't we suffered enough?
And we did the angry... Was it the angry? No, it was the...
We did the black... No, we didn't do that on the air. That was just the Black Whopper for fun.
The Black Whopper, that's what it was.
But then also it's the Nightmare Burger, and we have Halloween-themed shows all this month. And we thought... All right.
Well, sure, but it's almost not fair for our listener to even make us do this, even though I guess we forced ourselves.
We made ourselves do
because,
this.
like, we went to Taco Bell, we ate everything there, and we still enjoy it. We went to Burger King, and I don't think any of us had been to Burger King to actually sit down and have a savory meal.
I had not been back.
You have?
Well, my kids wanted to go there for their birthday dinners.
What'd you get?
I got a Whopper, of course. That's the best thing there.
And a Hershey's Pie.
A Hershey's Pie. It was very tasty.
Okay, I'm with you on that.
So anyway, the Nightmare Burger. If you don't know what the Nightmare Burger is...
Or don't want to know,
you need
turn it off now.
Well, then don't listen to the Bacon Bit if you don't want to know.
Yeah.
But
when this airs, how many more days is it out?
Oh, it's there for the Halloween season.
Until they ban it again.
Yeah, probably.
So, yeah, it's going to be like 5 days from when this airs, I think, maybe. But this is... So the sandwich is a quarter-pound beef patty with a crispy chicken fillet, melted American cheese, bacon, onions, and mayonnaise on a green bun. And the ad is like this kind of deep green bun with like these black creature hands reaching out for it.
Oh, yeah.
It looks very
It's like
menacing.
the Incredible Hulk colors.
And they call it the Nightmare Burger because they say that it is going to give you nightmares after you eat it.
And have they said why? Because apparently they actually had a real study.
They actually did. There's a study that claims that people ate the burger over the 10-night study. Burger King declined to provide a copy of the study to Good Morning America, but claims the data shows that participants reported that their nightmares increased 3.5 times.
Did they eat the burger every single night for 10 days? Because that would do it for sure.
Terrible. But here's the thing: is that there's actually science behind this, because apparently the combination of proteins and cheese lead to an interruption of the subject's REM cycles, the rapid eye movement cycles.
What?
During which we experience the majority of our dreams. And I've heard this actually.
So we're saying going kosher is the best way to
that's like every meal
nightmares.
I have. Protein and cheese.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, and also I've heard that, and you guys may have experienced this as well, or the listener has experienced this, but if you eat something weird or heavy right before going to bed, you don't sleep well.
I think that's what it is. I think your brain is in overdrive as you're trying to digest 1,200 calories. This is a big, juicy, maybe not juicy, dry burger.
Let's get into it then. So we decide we're going to go.
Yeah.
And we get there, and first of all, we went there the day it came out. I called like 4 different Burger Kings.
It's basically the morning it
Thank
came
you,
out.
by the way, for doing that little scavenger hunt.
Well, because the one was like, oh, we don't have that. We won't have that till tomorrow. And I'm like, well, all the articles say October 22nd and whatever. But then I called a couple other ones. They're like, maybe later this afternoon. And then I called one and they said, we have it. And I was like, we're doing this.
Yes.
So we got together and we went there and we get up to order and the server was confused.
Right. They didn't even have it on the cashier.
And they brought out the assistant manager and the manager in order to work this out.
Oh, you want that?
Hold on.
And they bring someone in, and then they're looking at it for a bit, and they're like, hold on, to get someone else.
Right.
And then I think it was Kent or maybe Jacob. They're like, we're going to want 6 of these.
Yes.
Yeah, I yelled over.
And they looked
by the way,
at us
there were
like,
other people. It wasn't us ordering 6.
You should have seen the panic in their eyes when I said that. I'm like, by the way, all 6 of us are getting that. And they're like, oh, crap.
Because, fun fact, apparently their register updates every night. But they did not have this burger on the register at all. But they did have the nice paper. And there were no banners or anything for this.
No.
But they had the nice paper wraps that look like Frankenstein's monster
with
on the
bright
wraps.
green wrapper with
Yes.
the design on it. And then we unwrapped the burger, and it wasn't that green.
It was swampy.
It honestly
was swampy.
It honestly looked like the burger had gone bad.
It looked... I could say so many gross things right now.
Kind of the idea.
I think they pulled back on the dye because of last Halloween or a couple Halloweens ago's experience with the Black Whopper.
But the intent, the purpose of the burger is not to change dye or colors with dietary things. I'm trying to be so clean with this.
I appreciate it.
I will say that the bun was more, it was like a consistency color-wise.
There wasn't the point? Like they weren't trying to...
It's a booger, basically. The color of the bun was more boogerish.
I don't know. I think swampy's probably the better word for it because it's like this kind of brown.
There was
green
different
look
tones of green. So like at the top of the bun, it was like a light green, and then they got into like this dense like jungle green
inside the
on
green.
the inside.
And Jake, if you remember, like 3 years ago with the Black Whopper, I think they just stumbled onto something amazing that was the reason they had to ban the burger is because they put so much dye into the burger
that it affected
and
your
it was black
digestion.
dye. Yes, exactly, and it changed things to the hue of green.
Yes,
but this time,
So
even though they changed things to green on the bun, it didn't affect.
Wait, I thought
anything.
it wasn't black. It wasn't like black stools last time. It was green.
No, stop.
That's the nicest word I can use,
What
Joel.
we were sitting on? What we the
the
our
stools when we
chairs?
were eating. Yeah.
Yes. No, they were straight green.
It turns the stools green.
Okay.
Multiple days of green chairs.
Let's just move on now. This isn't what
The
people
chairs.
like.
I'm talking about the chairs.
The whole point of this
Which
burger
is
is the
actually
nightmares,
worse.
though. But anyway, so we got the burger.
Yes.
And it's a burger patty and a chicken patty.
Okay.
Which one of my favorite things is we
Yes.
opened up the burger to look at it, and I looked at it and I said, "Oh, is that's double Whopper? They're doing a double Whopper there?" And
Right,
it's like,
because
yeah.
we felt we got slighted.
Yeah, we're like, "Oh yeah, it is." And then he pulled up the top patty. And he was like, "Oh no, that's chicken."
It was so burnt. It was so cooked. And it wasn't like their thick, unprocessed chicken. It was like the thin dollar menu chicken.
Yeah, it was dollar menu chicken, a breaded dollar menu chicken
And
patty.
it looked like as dark as a beef patty.
You know, I have to
just
say,
as thin.
you guys didn't like it. I didn't mind the burger, actually. I didn't mind the burger at all. Yeah, it was fine. It wasn't great, but
that was the other thing.
It was fine.
So it's a chicken patty, a burger, bacon, cheese, mayonnaise, which all basically taste the same.
They do kind of
Yes.
which actually for me was kind of why it worked. It was like, oh wow, this is just this big greasy thing, which turned out to be a big greasy thing in my belly, which my belly thought was very terrible.
So you're going back to digestion.
Back to digestion, yes.
You're like, I loved it, but my tummy didn't.
No, my
You
stomach,
really didn't think it tasted good though? I thought it was so just
Like
bland.
Joel and I,
it was fine.
I put barbecue sauce. I think you did
Wait,
too,
you got
Joel.
barbecue sauce? Surprise!
I know,
Surprise.
but I had to, and it did enhance
surprised
the
you
taste.
didn't put extra ketchup on, Joel.
No, and that's because I was going to put something on it, but then he brought out the barbecue sauce, and I put it on, and it actually helped the
It did.
burger. I
No,
thought.
this is what, 2 days later now?
That we're recording this?
Yes.
Yeah.
My belly is still mad. It is still mad.
Explain, clarify, please.
No, don't clarify. We understand the concept of his belly is mad.
So is this combination? Can't let me be very explicit for you.
That's why we need to talk about this.
So there's
Keep
the
going.
It's about
there's
the
blue.
nightmares.
There's the blue slushie, right?
It's
a
the
black
show is my
slushie.
nightmare.
So is this weird combination of
Which we doubled down on. We got
we got the black
you can get
cherry,
refills
scary black
all you
cherry
want.
slushy, and
Yes.
that like you pour that out, and it's like a deep purple, like it is black,
yeah? Well, it comes out blue, just which is kind of strange,
like a
but
dark, like you can't.
When
see
you
through
say
it.
it comes out blue,
comes out blue, which is what I had to see
Like
too
the
many
chair-
times in the last
chair
2
that
days
you were sitting on
because
was
No,
blue.
wait, are we talking about the slushy? We're talking about no. Stop that.
yeah, we're talking about what the slushie did now, Joel.
No, we're talking about the slushy, the food. It was actually. Did you guys find that as tasty as I did? Because I really enjoyed the scary black cherry slushy.
At first I didn't.
I wouldn't say really.
It was
enjoyed.
like a really strong
It's okay.
tasting black cherry Shasta.
and I don't get black cherry Shasta that often.
I did get a refill though because it was totally
As did I.
drinkable.
Well, we all did because we wanted the effects to be double. At least I did. And
Why
it
do we
works.
keep going back to the effects?
And it is definitely worked. I will say it's not the extent of the green dye. Like, when you dip
No, was it
Easter
like
eggs?
Was
Why
it
are we
like
doing this?
1.5 times or so? Is that
Yeah.
Why are we
okay.
doing this?
Whereas like the green Easter
It did
egg
dye.
dye.
I was going to say that dyes your mouth when you drink the black cherry Shasta or the black cherry
I was
slushy.
embarrassed.
Your teeth are like blackened, and it looks like you've been eating charcoal, and your
Yes.
tongue's all black.
I actually had this big family event to go to, and I had to brush my teeth 3 times, like up into my gums and
Get all
everything,
there?
because it was just the blackness was there.
That wasn't making up for the
That's
last
just-
week before
that's
then.
just your
yeah, a
soul,
little
Ken.
bit.
Yeah, okay.
So the blackness is
Blackness of
pouring
his
out.
soul. So
Oh,
But let's talk about the nightmare aspect because I want to get into that because
which we all laughed at. We all joked about.
we all joked about, and really, I guess the true test would be we would have to get these burgers and bring them to our home and like eat them in bed and then go to sleep to really get the full effect. But
Yes.
we couldn't do that.
gross.
But I wanted to ask you because I said, gentlemen, when you go to bed, I want you to keep a notebook by the side of your bed, and when you wake up, I want you to write down your dream.
which I want to do from now on. Is have a dream journal.
That's actually how people will are able to do lucid dream, where they can control their dreams.
Right.
Is you start kind of writing down your dreams, remembering your dreams, and then you can start controlling them.
Huh.
Yeah. But anyway, Jacob, did you have any nightmares?
So this is actually a complicated answer because I was also watching The Haunting of Hill House. What is that called?
Haunting of Hill House. Yeah.
Haunting of Hill House, which there's going to be. Can I tease this? BaconBit.
Look forward to that.
Look forward to that next week on Halloween. The Haunting of Hill House. So I was watching that at the same time. So the first night, I actually did have a nightmare, but I didn't think about it in terms of the burger. I thought about it in terms of the show because, my wife was kind of freaking out about that. But I did have some really creepy thing happen.
Okay.
So I wake up in the night, and of course after the show, I'm seeing things in the background and stuff because it's a bit effective. And I remember at some point I wake up. And I swear I heard something say, "I'm going to kill you."
What?
And I went,
"Wow,
no, you're not."
You and your wife have
it's
issues.
your kid, right? It's your baby.
It's my baby. It's my 3-month-old. No, and I'm like, but in my dream, I'm totally not concerned about this at all. Like I'm like, and I roll over and I go, "No, you're not," and I just roll over.
The murderer's just like, "Dang it!" Socks back
I will.
And I didn't even think about it again until the morning. I was like, "Oh, that was weird," and it was like it was double
that
weird.
Was the night after you ate the burger.
It was, yeah. So yeah, there's mine.
Well, I mean, that combined with Hill House, I mean, for sure you're going to mess yourself up.
Yeah, there's no getting around that.
Well, and that's the thing is, I watch horror movies almost every night on Halloween, or at least something scary. Mm-hmm. And I did. I watched a horror movie, and then I went to bed. And when I woke up, the first thing I did was grab my phone and talk into it.
Okay.
To explain my dream.
Was your wife there?
She was, and she thought I was talking to her.
Okay.
She's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Stop. No, quiet. Stop." But I want to read this verbatim of how I wrote it. And so this is my dream as I woke up. I worked in the auto shop. There was a man from Hawaii who is grateful for the work we did, and so we are trying to watch a movie about racial tensions. He took me to his house, introduced me to his family, and we watched the stars, and he gave me a map of the stars so I can sit there and look at them.
What? That's not a nightmare?
No, not at all.
That's a little disconcerting.
It is, and I remember the dream because I wrote it down. But I was working in this auto shop, and with Dave actually from work, and then this Hawaiian guy was very kind of like happy about the work we did, and he's like, "Come on over, I'll introduce my family." And there was some movie about racial tensions playing on the ceiling, and I was like, "Well, I'm kind of watching this, but okay." And then I go to his house, and like he introduces to his family, and they're like. This very kind of aloha spirit thing going on, and then he's like showing me his backyard. It's got this beautiful view of the stars. We're looking up, and like his wife gives me this map, and I'm looking at it, kind of charting out where the stars are. It's a really nice dream, and I'm like, well,
wow,
thank you, Nightmare Burger, for this.
Like it had your mind racing.
So this trip to Hawaii.
Because here's the thing, I actually believe. And I think it's kind of, proven is a thing. It's hard to know like how everyone sleeps, but so you have a nightmare every night because you have about 4 dreams.
I actually read about this, Kent. I had a study here. I want to pull it up real quick.
And while you're looking that up, I will say that this burger probably has the tendency to wake you up in the middle of the night, and it might be during one of your lucid dreams or your nightmares or something significant.
Well, according to studies, 4% of the population experiences nightmares in any given night. And so they're saying that 4% of the population.
Just 4. Okay.
Yeah, just 4% of the population. But any given night, there's people having nightmares.
Sure.
But then they're saying Burger King is saying that this will increase that by 3.5%.
Okay, so that morning for me, I woke up at 6:37, and I immediately, after taking these notes, which I'll read to you, got on Facebook Messenger and to the Bacon Cell chat.
Yeah, it was funny because I pulled out mine to catch up on what you guys were saying the night before, and it pops up and says Kent Dunn is active, and I'm like. It's 6:30 in the morning.
No reason to wake up at this hour,
what
right?
is he doing?
I was actually mad because I couldn't sleep for another hour and a half. I just sat there and not afraid of my nightmare, but I was like,
"You had a nightmare."
I had a nightmare. I actually did.
After eating the Nightmare Whopper, Nightmare Burger, you had a nightmare.
Yes, and it wasn't anything that I was afraid of, but it was a really devious dream. So let me read you these notes.
Okay.
And by the way, these will not make sense because I was doing swipe in my sleep.
Mine was made perfect sense.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm doing swipe, and I'm even looking at this now. I'm like, I'm gonna have to clarify what actually happened.
Just read it verbatim first, though, because I'm enjoying that.
Woke up at 6:37, so no colon. Dreaming of
your colon left after eating the Nightmare Burger.
Yes, actually. Woke up at 6:37, dreaming of Bacon Cell chat. I was getting impatient because we kept talking about who we invite to a haunted house, but J&J were taking forever. I just wanted to get it over with. as we said a babe, that inn disappeared forever.
So what is that
Is that
supposed to mean?
poetry? That's like a haiku.
That's a haiku.
So here's the thing. In this dream, and I'm really glad I wrote this down. Otherwise, I would have forgotten it totally.
Oh, yeah.
20 seconds later, gone. So as we do, we have Bacon Cell Chat where the three of us will talk and we'll plan the next show.
Dreams.
Oh, okay.
Get Dr. Matt on. Talk about dreams.
Yeah, we should. Absolutely.
It's a good idea.
So in my dream, we were having a normal chat in Bacon Cell, like on Facebook Messenger.
You're dreaming about us having conversations about Bacon Cell.
Yes.
Wow.
He loves us, Joel.
And it was one of these
He
things.
calls us J and J.
I know. J squared. That's what he should call us.
Two skinny J's, actually. You know that.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So I was dreaming about having a conversation with you guys, and Joel is the most active on Facebook chat. Jake and I are not great, right? But it was
And
me.
Marco Polo.
What? What's that?
You guys never talked to me on Marco Polo.
I'm so sorry.
I don't even remember what that is.
Eventually, I'll catch up. But I remember I was like, guys, we're trying to plan a haunted house to bring the listener to. Like, how are we going to do this? But
That was your dream, is that we're going to have an event?
yes, but the three of us knew that whoever we invited to this haunted house, just as we typed their name into the chat, and it says, as we typed in a babe, that was autocorrect for name.
Oh, okay.
So as we...
But you wanted a babe to come anyway.
Yes, exactly. Well, it's a dream. And so if any of the three of us typed in a name, that person would disappear forever. They would be dead.
What?
And disappear forever.
Because
in
we
my
invite
dream.
them to... whoever we choose
Yes.
to come with us is going to
and
disappear
so we're
forever?
choosing to invite people.
You should use this for good.
Yes.
Does anyone want me to erase anyone? I got powers of Thanos right here.
I know who I would pick.
Who?
I'm not saying.
I'll do it. But it was the weirdest thing. And I was like, guys...
Kanye.
I was like, we need a list of like
Nice
50.
choice.
And I was like, hurry and answer. I just want to get this over with. Like, it was almost like we need to just kill these people off just with our powers of suggestion. And that was my nightmare. And I woke up and I was like, huh? And that's when I was like 6:37. I got a messenger. I'm like, I'm so mad. I just woke up and I can't go back to sleep.
Nice.
So it worked. It
All
worked.
right.
Pennywise
Nightmare
worked.
for you. So it looks like I mean, here's the thing, guys, is they say 4% of the population experiences nightmares every night.
Right.
And then those that eat the burger are 3.5 times more likely. Now,
Sure.
I'm not a mathematician, but I think out of the three of us, 3.5 of times of 4% of us had a nightmare.
You nailed
Correct.
it. That's
Absolutely.
Yep.
At least.
Because I didn't,
perfect
but
math.
you two both did
And
in one
but
form
yours
or
was a
another.
weird dream.
It was a nice. No, it was really nice though. It was a nice dream. Like
was
I
it in
remember-
Hawaii? Is that where
No,
it
it was here, but it was just peaceful and loving. Like it was a good dream.
Wow.
So
Meanwhile, you're chatting me names that we can just kill.
That's really weird.
Right.
that's why it's so peaceful.
But by the way, without mentioning the digestive chairs. Okay.
We can just say without that. Just
We've got to say this. Like we even brought this up when we ate the burger, and we brought this up on the Burger King show. Who is Burger King run by? Who runs Burger King's advertising?
Drunk cowboys.
Drunk cowboys.
That's what Jacob called them.
And so 3 years ago,
That really is. It does suit them well.
Yes,
Yeah.
we had to seek out this burger they took off the menu because of its bad publicity.
It wasn't even bad publicity. It was going viral, and people
Yes.
were mocking it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But now, just 3 years later, they're saying, hey, guess what? The burger's going to give you nightmares, and this mere slushie is going to do the same thing the burger did to you. And they're proud.
Yeah.
3 years later, they're proud.
No, and I really do feel like it's like, hey, remember when people were talking about us a lot? Actually, they probably got like a social media analyst who's like, what's this big spike in 2015 where a lot of people were talking about you?
Any publicity is good
And
publicity,
they're like,
right? That's
oh,
the
let's
rule.
do that again.
Right.
I don't get it.
So let's take another break from Burger King for a while.
That's a good plan.
But honestly, listener, I was going to say, I want to know, because we actually on our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram put our picture out there and said, we invite you to join us. I know some people have already tried the Nightmare Burger, and I want to know, those of you who tried it, did you have nightmares? And
Yeah.
if so, what were the nightmares?
And
Ooh,
if
yeah,
there-
that'd be cool.
And if you still can't get rid of the Easter egg dye, let us just give us a number on how many times
It's just
it hasn't gone away.
happens. The thing is, it happens with anything with heavy dyes, or even blueberries will change colors.
Oh, I hate blueberries. I wouldn't even know.
You hate blueberries?
Yeah, I don't like blueberries.
That's like one of the best fruits ever.
Says the guy who hates mango.
And pineapple.
Mango's disgusting.
Which is crazy.
Pineapple's worse.
No, those are
no,
way
blueberries.
better.
Stand for the fruit show.
Let's tier fruit.
that's
Next
gonna
episode.
happen.
Next episode, we're tiering fruit.
You know that's going to happen. I'm not even going to lie.
It's got to happen at some point because it's a big discussion point about my pickiness.
So I will say this, unless Burger King has like a Thanksgiving burger with cranberry sauce.
Okay,
the
I'll
big
go.
turkey
I'll go.
slice.
Fine, I'll go.
These are what BaconBits or PaconBits are both for.
Right.
Is these random food challenges. So
This is
also,
a bacon bit, though, right?
Yeah, this is. And if you see something, if you see an interesting
Say
food item
something.
out there, let us know about it on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, and we may even try it and then talk about it and give you credit for suggesting it.
And we're hoping Jake recovers from this.
Oh my gosh, me too. I literally drank Pepto-Bismol an hour ago because
Thanks.
it still hurts.
Our
Kent.
thoughts are with your tummy.
Thank you.
Was
No,
blue?
wait. Are we talking about the slushie? We're talking about no. Stop that.